Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell, the homebrewed fantasy world setting for our online game of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm your Game Master, Scott Nicholson, and this is Campaign 4, Princesses of Power.
For almost 300 years, the great authoritarian immortal dragonborn Alvin has ruled over the material realm of Silvernell. His fear of the water has kept him above the silver seas, yet he found an alliance with the evil mermaids of Eudothia to carry out his bidding. Over the years, the Genasies of the underwater kingdom of Azir have narrowly fought back the mermaids thanks to its just ruler, King Thrine, and his daughters. But times are changing. Olivine has died. The world of Silvernell is reborn. This is the story of a kingdom after war.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here to play some D&D with 5 of my really good friends. I'm going to introduce them to you. Michael Jackson.
Oh, hello.
Margaret Alice.
Hey.
Alyssa Causey.
Hello.
Andrew Krug.
My hair's wet. I'm sorry.
And Erica Webb.
Hey.
If you're watching us tonight on Twitch, don't forget you can use your Rooter points to influence the game. The more you watch, like, subscribe, raid, all that shenanigans, you can go down the bottom and there's a list, and you can buy things to happen in the game live, and it has been absolutely crucial, this game. It's been really fun. Also, we have a new Patreon. Maybe I'll show an advertisement on the break. Make sure you hit that up. And then if you're watching us on anything else, please like, subscribe, share, and tell your parents about this wonderful form of entertainment. Which, by the way, that reminds me, this is rated M. And you're going to find out why very soon.
For my parents. Yeah.
Let's get into it. Last time on episode Trace of Princesses of Power. Dinner time rolls around and Chef Bagizi is honored as the night's special guest. A conversation begins about Thadrin the Seafarer, who is right now a suspect of murder, and his jellyfish, both Kraken and normal, are blocking Azir from getting pearls. 2 strikes against his name. Queen Arizaline invites all the princesses, but especially Seer, to venture to Credo Dorson in Yarmouth for a meeting with the Order of the Tides. King Thrine reprimands Mizu, and henceforth makes the princesses all responsible for Mizu's actions. The king then introduces 5 tabaxis that will take on the identity of the princesses while they are away. With that, dinner is over, and all 5 princesses leave with Stuart Jackal in a pearl mining ship down to the Pearl Caves. After Arista takes stock of the pearl mining ship's materials, they arrive under the Middle of K and come face to face with the colossal jellyfish Kraken. They find it is a wise creature that is not easily swayed, but Seer is able to convince it that they work for Azir, and it allows them passage inside the caves on the condition nothing is touched, broken, or disturbed. Mizu quickly begins to freak out, crying, scared of being away from Azir, as this is her first time away from the kingdom. Once everyone is inside, Mizu gets lost and accidentally breaks a clam. The Kraken grabs her and throws her out of the cave for breaking his one rule. The rest of the princesses find a room with a large table with the model of the Silver Seas, and they continue to place items associated with trade in each civilization in the seas. Thadrin the Seafarer appears and removes the pearl from Azir that the princesses just placed there, and he instead places it in the sea caves on the model and states, and that is exactly the problem. We return tonight as Seer, Vinfira, Celia, and Arista stand with Thadrin. Welcome back. He just said that, and he turns and he's going to walk back into that doorway that appeared last episode, and you can see into the doorway there's kind of a makeshift bedroom. Just to be clear, there is no water in the room you were just in or in that bedroom. And he walks in there. Take it away.
We supposed to follow you into your bedroom? That's kind of formal on the first day meeting princesses and all, but...
He turns back. Unless you prefer to talk out here.
Arissa's already on the bed. Making herself comfortable.
All right, I'll go ahead and show everybody on the map what this bedroom looks like.
Rissa moves quick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we'll go ahead and put a Arista on the bed.
It's
Yep.
warmer than expected. Oop!
Let me make her normal size.
She's
She's giving the mattress a little bounce.
And there you go. Beautiful. Oh, I don't necessarily have the map stationary.
Ooh.
Oopsie. There, everything's fixed. Okay.
Seeing
Is it-
Rissy dart in, she will also walk in.
Celia also follows.
Infira follows as well. Also, if I sound weird, please let me know. I had to fix my mic settings. It was picking up a little too much.
You sound great. Thadrin's going to turn to all of you and just kind of look you all up and down. You've all grown.
That's gross.
Sorry, we met before?
That's weird to say, honestly.
I remember when you all were about that tall, except for you. And he's going to point at Arista. Never
Look at
seen you
Arista.
before.
Oh, I'm relatively new.
She's the newest princess.
So,
Given I'm only 13.
do you princesses have permission to speak on behalf of the kingdom? Or should I send out for Mizu, who right now is crying outside of the caves?
Oh yeah, she's been doing that a lot. It was kind of quiet. You should send for her. I don't want to step on toes.
He's just going to bow his head and just whisper to himself, okay, and it's done. Outside of the cave, Mizu, what are you doing?
Mizu, as we left her in the last episode, after being thrown out by the Kraken, she kind of found a little area where she could be by herself and is kind of curled up in a ball, softly sobbing, not really a maniacal sob like before.
In this dark rock corner, just around the corner from the entrance, all you can hear is that shuffling of water, that slightly muted sound. Way off, away from you, kind of at the ship, you see all those shark folk. They're trying to fix this ship together. It does not look like it's going really well. In your head, you're going to hear, "Oh, come on, girl, get back in there. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we get on land."
Her head's gonna turn over to Ganon and she's gonna say, well, I can't get back in there. The damn Kraken's just gonna throw me out again.
"Oh, come on, you're the princess of Azir. You can do whatever the fuck you want."
She kind of thinks in her head, yeah, I know, that's right. As she kind of gets up and dusts some metaphorical dust off of herself and heads back to kind of over where the Kraken was to try to re-enter.
You come face to face with a Kraken who does not even acknowledge your tiny little infinitesimal existence right below him.
I guess she'll just try to make her way past if there's kind of an opening to get back in.
You see no opening, but as you get kind of close and you're looking around, all of a sudden its head just kind of perks up, looks around, sees you, and it's going to try to grab you with the tentacle. Are you going to try to resist?
She won't resist, and she'll actually, when she kind of sees it coming, she'll say, Mr. Kraken, if you let me back in, I promise to not break anything again. Like, I swear, it was an accident the first time.
The tentacle wraps itself around you and shoves it under another tentacle, pops you right back into the cave. As it does, it lets you go, and there's a bunch of jellyfish there that just kind of like pick you up and flutter and push you through the cave until you go around these loops until you get to this room, well, this wall. The wall comes down and water starts pouring in, and you see this room with this table of the silver seas, and the jellyfish shove you in, and that wall goes right back up, and this room is completely devoid of water. And you see on the other side of the room a doorway where your sisters are standing with some strange man.
I'll say that she is kind of like, not necessarily put off, but a little surprised about how quickly she was rushed into certain directions, so it might take her a second to, kind of get comfortable with her surroundings before she even looks across the room and sees her sisters, and her head kind of pops up and goes, oh, hey guys, I'm here, I made it.
Glad you
Joy.
can be here.
Arista's gonna pat the mattress next to her.
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. I think me and the Kraken are friends now, so like that's kind of cool. And I'll say for the first time she kind of notices that Thadrin is in the room, and her attention will kind of snap to him, and you'll almost see like a different kind of Mizu take over like her face and her body as she kind of gets in front of him and curtsies as she bows her head and looks up and goes, "Nice to meet you, Thadrin. I'm Princess Mizu Minu," as she sticks out her hand.
I know exactly who you are, Princess. We've met a couple times before, but it is nice to see you grown and mature woman now.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry if I didn't remember you the first time. I must have been so young the last time we got to see each other, but it's a pleasure to get to see you again.
Now I know you're all here to discuss with me the issue in the Azir Kingdom. It is true, I have asked my jellyfish to stop all trade and travel. I am very displeased with the lack of action the kingdom has taken to secure these caves. Is this something you all have observed, or is this new to you?
Well, I can speak on behalf of the kingdom myself, as I've been the one here taking care while my sisters have been out on their own diplomatic feats, but I will tell you, Thadrin, this hasn't been brought to my attention yet.
I would just like to clarify that I don't have a diplomatic mission.
Arista, you said your name was?
Yes.
Perhaps when you are older, you will have a diplomatic tie to another civilization?
I don't think I age the same as everybody else.
Yes, you are a peculiar race. I don't believe I've ever seen someone like your kind before. Where are you from?
Oh.
Well, all are welcome here. Princess Mizu Minu, if the relationship between these caves and the kingdom are to continue, I have a list of demands that will further secure good standing relationship and not what I have experienced for the past 20 years.
Well, now that I'm personally in charge of all diplomatic affairs at the kingdom, I would be more than happy and looking forward to hearing what your demands are.
I have a clarifying question for Mr. Thadrin.
Yes.
I was talking to the Jellyfish Kraken earlier, and he didn't really specify this. Is the issue that Azir is taking too much from the caves, or that someone/something is taking too much from the caves, and we are not protecting the caves from said threat?
The last thing he said made it sound like the second one.
It is more
We're
of
not
the latter.
securing the cave.
I don't personally believe any ranked officials or miners as in pearl miners, from the kingdom have been posing a threat. What I have seen is an influx of individuals coming in, which should not be an easy task. But I do believe they are coming from Azir.
Michelangelo 14 has redeemed a random problem.
I had a list of demands around here somewhere. I'm just gonna need a moment to find it because for some reason I have lost my paper.
Some reason.
Rissy, aren't you good at finding things? Can you help him look for his list
Sure,
of
I can help.
demands? It's probably long and demanding.
Investigation check.
Coming right up. Oh, that's the lowest I've ever rolled on that, but I guess I've never been here before. That's a 12.
A 12. Okay. Yeah, you're able to find it, but as you're pulling it out, you do kind of rip it in half. So it is a long scroll that you find, and as you pull it out of he must have dropped it behind his desk, and you pull it out, it just rips it right in half. So now you've got two halves of a scroll.
But probably widthwise, right? So you just read the first one
those
and then read
knobs
the
that you
second
roll.
one.
Yeah. So basically, you have two rolling pins with paper around it.
Is this it?
That is it. Thank you so much, Princess Arista. Okay, I guess you can just hold that second part. This will be a problem because it is a magical document, and I do believe tearing it has broke the magic. We'll figure that out as we get there.
I'm imagining it's like almost as tall as Odessa.
Anyone have
I mean, as
Minden?
As Arista?
dang!
The first
Everybody
thing,
gets one.
the Oyster Protection Pact. The Azir Kingdom must sign a binding agreement to protect the oyster caves, pearl caves, from any further harm by enforcing strict penalties for anyone caught damaging or looting the oyster beds. Okay, anything you want to say to that?
I personally see no issues as long as we can outline the full text of the law.
What ways do you think that we could better enforce and punish?
Well, I leave it up to your experience in the kingdom. What usually deters your kind from trespassing where they're not supposed to be?
Do they just get past the giant jellyfish sitting on the doorway? Is he not always there?
Yes, he usually does not block the doorway, but we have put a full stop. Usually he just patrols in the trench.
Perhaps a door, then?
Yes, perhaps we could come up with some kind of system where only the approved miners have some mechanism that allows them through the door, and no one else.
You could set up a puzzle like inside of your home.
Or perhaps we could simply set up a form of spell, such as an alarm spell, that would signal people without some kind of passing through the spell.
Okay, all three of you roll persuasion checks.
Like, you wanted options.
This is the first D&D campaign I've ever been in when someone suggests adding a door.
So, to try the doorway before?
So this is my second 2 in a roll, so that's only a
Hey,
nine from
you're
me.
taking my stuff.
I got a 7.
Please take it back. I don't like it.
So,
Sister Margaret.
Vinfira, what did you suggest? Because it's the only one he's really buying.
She suggested that basically they make a key card system, but like cool and magical.
That's basically what I was suggesting too.
My concern is more if someone were to pass by any sort of security that we set up, how is the kingdom planning to react to enforce the law?
Oh, that won't be a problem, sir. My daddy is really, really good at punishing any person that I tell him to punish. So, as long as me and you can come to good terms with each other, which I would really, really like, I can make sure anyone that you want will be punished appropriately.
I like the sound of that, but I'm still wondering what the punishment will be.
She really likes to kill people. She likes them to no longer be with us in this mortal plane. Her thing is removing the problem. To put it
Yeah,
bluntly.
so personally, like, I can banish people. Like, that's a really new, like, cool thing. They just, like, poof, and they're gone. Or, like, I can transform them into somebody really, really ugly if you want that. Or, like, Daddy's really good at torturing people, really good at executing people. So, honestly, it's up to you, babe. Like, anything that you have in mind, I can make it happen.
Or we can also punish them according to the codex of the law, such as throwing them in jail or forcing them into public service. We have a lot of options, really.
Okay, so Mizu and Vinfira roll persuasion checks. Mizu, you have persuasion because you are the diplomat from the kingdom.
Have advantage.
Personally, I would still go for prevention rather than notification, but
3.
what do I know?
Thank God I had advantage, because the first one was a nat one.
Oh, wait.
Okay, then I will write it down on the document. Execution, banishment, and what was the third thing you offered?
Turn 'em ugly.
Yeah, I'm really good at
The word
that.
Turn 'em ugly.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very good. Second thing, a regular tribute. The Azir Kingdom must pay a tribute of a specified number of pearls or other valuable items to my jellyfish kraken periodically as a sign of respect and compensation for the past damage. And now that I'm thinking about it, we probably have more pearls than we need. So emphasis on the other valuable items.
Like
Could we
food?
just trade? That sounds an awful lot like bribing. And I don't think Vinfira would approve.
We could give him snacks like whales.
Okay, Arista and Celia roll persuasion checks.
That's 22.
I got another 9.
Probably just because you're so new and he didn't know you a long time ago, whereas he's known them. Food does sound good. I do get tired of the same mashed up coral porridge that just, when I hold the bowl, just floats away in the water. The food. What kind of food, Princess Celia?
Then why don't you eat it in here? In the air.
That is also a good idea. Let me write that down.
You're welcome.
We also have like this really awesome chef named Begeezy. I can totally send him to you if you want. Like, I've been dying to get him out of there to begin with.
Send them.
There is no need to sacrifice your chef, but what kind of food in particular, Princess Celia?
We know that your guy likes whales. We could just get a lot of whales for him.
A periodic sacrifice of a whale. I like that. He's gonna.
We have a lot of whales.
I'm gonna write that down. Next.
He rhymes with beings, princesses. Celia remembers a drunk top.
Do I remember that we don't have a lot of whales?
Okay. Celia, you remember that at Sharkfoot Island, where you were a diplomat, one of the conversations you've had drunkenly hanging out with some of the tribal leaders, one of the tribal leaders, he is the leader of the Dirty Fist, which is one of the 4 tribes in Sharkfoot Island. Shaman Chunta was talking about how his people really love to eat whales. And so that specific tribe is very good at hunting whales. So you do know that they probably have some tips and or connections or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty tight with Dirty Fists, Shark Food Island. We could probably set something up with you.
Okay, I will write that down then. Dirty Fist. Beautiful. Third thing. Assistance in enchanting. I request skilled enchanters from the Azir Kingdom to help infuse my lair and magical defenses with potent protective spells. This kind of goes back to the first one as well.
Seems a little redundant. Also, you called it a lair.
Yes, what's wrong with the name lair?
That sounds pretty evil.
Generally it has kind of a negative connotation.
Do you think others will find me evil by calling it a lair?
You have a layer and you have a giant monster. You kind of use it to like get what you want. So some might say that is villainous. Yes.
Well, what would you suggest I call it?
An abode.
Quarters.
Dwelling?
Okay, you 3 roll persuasion checks. Let's see who wins.
I'm just saying, if
8.
you call it headquarters, then you're more likely to be able to get it included in any kind of deal.
I got a 25.
I got a 20. At least it's better.
Those are good suggestions. I do like abode. We're going to go with that. Lair, not abode. Yes. Does your kingdom have magical enchanters?
This might seem old. It seems like maybe a lot. Maybe we start with the security system and see how much that cuts down first. We may not need more than that.
You do also have your jellyfish, not the Kraken, but your other jellyfish that are blocking our way out. You could use them as a sort of
current.
Yeah, like a magical, which could also go back into one. Getting through your jellyfish protective field could be a problem.
Okay, then we will, for now, put that. I imagine you will take this back to your kingdom and further discuss, and then bring me back I don't know what you would call that.
I think we're aiming to get this like done today. Like let's leave with a car. But that's an easy thing.
Unless we think it's necessary to consult with Father, we have full authority to finish a deal here and now.
He's going to look at Princess Mizu. You do have authority to speak on behalf of the palace, no?
I have authority to speak on behalf of the palace. As she kind of looks around at her other sisters, kind of
We
giving them
said
like a
that.
shut the fuck up eye.
Ah,
Who
Mizu,
invited her?
I see you have some of your mother in you.
And she's gonna like cringe a little bit knowing how much she hates her mother, but she will put on a polite smile without replying.
I will put in this negotiation that we will circle back on number 3 in a month. I do have a pretty good protection going on, but it could be stronger. There are 3 more things, and these are all vital. 4, special treaties with other nations. I am fully aware that Olivine has fallen, and I know this is going to open up a lot of opportunities on land. So I asked the Azir Kingdom to mediate treaties with other civilizations on land to promote better protection and trade of my rare resource.
So you want us to help get rid of the pearls? You want
No,
us to
no,
use
no,
more
no,
of your
no.
pearls?
Yeah, but in a way that he profits off of, which is also how we profit, because that's how we run our economy. So I don't think it's very likely that we would not be working toward your best interest, as in, it would also be in our best interest.
It would be mutually beneficial.
Very well. Princess Mizu, this is fine with you?
I agree. I think you're being very reasonable.
This is going swimmingly. Let's move on to number 5. Sharing of knowledge. I demand access to the Azir Kingdom's vast libraries and historical records to further my understanding of the underwater world's recorded history and lore. In return, I will grace the knowledge with my own.
Go!
That's a yes. You kind of cut out there for a second, Arista.
Oh, sorry, I got loud. Yeah, let's go. We go to the library right now. I'm the librarian. I know everything about that library. I'd be happy to give you a tour.
So, in a way, you are a diplomat of the palace's knowledge?
Yeah, I suppose I am.
Very nice. Okay. We're going to put a yes on that as well, and I will put directly contact Arista. Princess Arista.
Michelangelo 14 has redeemed Princess Mizu attract the scene. Just to throw that out there.
God damn it.
Could have nice things.
Okay, as this is going on, in comes some of those shark folk that are super pissed, and especially at Mizu, because they saw Mizu break that piece off the ship earlier where they got really mad and they kind of put it aside, but now they come in and they tell you the ship is completely demolished. There is no way of fixing this right now, and they're all pissed at you, Mizu, pointing fins at you, completely disrupting this meeting.
Mizu's gonna kind of slam her foot down as she turns around to them and say, "How dare you walk into this meeting with royalty and assume that you can speak to me with that kind of tone? This sounds like a you problem, not a me problem, not a sister's problem, not a Thadran problem. If you don't get out in 3 seconds, I will have you all executed. Leave."
Intimidation check.
Ventura finds a clue!
Thank you, Santos.
22.
They all seem super pissed, and a couple of them want to say something, but the one in the front just blocks them. Very well. Good luck returning without a ship, Princess. And they're gonna leave the room.
Sorry, guys.
As you are watching this scene unfold, Venfira's eyes just kind of dart around the room, and you notice he's kind of got a shelf of different trinkets and items, and there's like this small little painting of a tall tundra sticking off of what looks to be some world into space. And it's one of those where you like move left to right and it kind of shifts the image. At first it shows the big tundra, but as you move, it shows the middle part completely demolished, and over top of it is this big Ithalid Cthulhu.
I will say, as this is happening, Mizu's gonna kind of turn to Thadrin after that all takes place and goes, I hope you might be a little more confident in trusting me now that you see the kind of authority I have.
Yes, I see you are very vibrant in your decisions, Princess Mizuminu. Your parents have trained you well. I only suggest perhaps instilling a drop of kindness in the concoctions you make.
Well, I'm always kind to people, just not to the help. Like Genasis, love them, but shark folk, not a big fan.
The help. People who help you. You don't show kindness to people who help you.
I mean, that's like their job.
What Mizu is trying to say is that she doesn't like to give preferential treatment to those who it is their job to assist. Those who treat us so kindly as you have, going out of your way when you do not have to. She is ever so grateful to people like you.
Oh yeah, like I absolutely adore you. I was actually really excited to meet you today, honestly.
Then fear a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that verbal loop-de-loop. Whew! That took so much twisting.
Very well.
She is a lawyer, so
Okay.
hopefully.
Number 6, last one on the docket. An alliance against common enemies. I seek a formal alliance with the Azir Kingdom to face common underwater threats and land threats, ensuring mutual protection and security for both parties. It seems to be in our mutual interest anyways.
Your security contribution is the Kraken?
Yes. I will ensure my Kraken protects the kingdom. Now this will require it leave the Middle Duff Cay and the caves, but if the time comes the Azir Kingdom requires aid, in the signature you can ensure the Jellyfish Kraken will be there to protect.
Okay, well, can the Jellyfish Kraken operate on land?
No.
Right, so seems like it would only be fair if we traded 1 for 1. So we could either aid you all the time in the water, or to supplement your water aid, we could offer land aid.
Yes, I just mean if anyone from land comes in the water to destroy, attack, go to war with the cave, the Azir would be here to help.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Like if anyone from the water or land comes down into the water to the caves to attack the caves.
Yes. Absolutely. Sorry, I hit my volume button in the middle of that speech.
What is a volume button?
She's zoned out.
I temporarily went deaf. No, yes, I was
She had
reading
like
a
hearing
book.
aids.
I was reading a book in my head, and I forgot to pay attention.
You are a peculiar
Yes,
Arista.
so it would be, the aid would be based on where the conflict is.
Perfect. I only ask for the protection of the cave. I don't plan to go on land anytime soon.
Great.
And this is...
You just mentioned land, so...
Perfect. And this is okay with you, Princess Mizu?
Yeah, sounds great. I think me and the Kraken are like already friends already, so I can't wait to work with them.
You just text him when we need him.
Beautiful. All of these special things you keep mentioning, Princess Arista, they sound complicated. I'm sure when you got them they were the best buy you could, but they seem strange. Wait, did you hear that? I think it was a badumchish. Anyways, let me sign here, and I ask that Princess Mizuminu, you also sign right here at this line. Let me get you something. One moment. He's going to turn his back and start looking through drawers. This might take a minute. I haven't written anything in a long time. You are interesting. Thank you. He's going to take that quill, go dip it in the inkwell. He's going to sign his name, and he's going to hand it to Princess Mizu.
I mean, this all sounds great, but just one thing that I'd like to add, Thadrin, if that's okay.
Yes, this goes both ways. I'll add a 7th line.
I
would like you to come with me and make a formal appearance in the kingdom, where we can pose together and show our new and improved friendship and alliance. It would be a great chance for the people to see you. I mean, you're honestly loved and revered in the kingdom, just like me. I think we'd make a great duo.
You could let people know that you don't have an evil lair and a lovely abode.
Yeah, also that. It might, like, help with, your status. Yeah,
What
your
if we throw a
image.
party for him? We should throw like a jellyfish Thadrin celebration, like to honor the sea caves.
Oh my god, sissy. Yes.
Okay, as you're saying this, you see he looks really sunken in, reserved. He kind of turns as you guys are talking. He walks over to the wall close to that moving picture that Vinfira saw. He pulls this kind of like in the Beast West Wing torn curtain past this portrait, and it's him with a very white-skinned female Ganassi and a small baby. And he just says, with his back turned, "It's been a long time since I've been to land. I have things here." He's put his hand on this, like, potions with dust on it. "I have ways to breathe in the water, but I have not spent a long time in the water." Persuasion with advantage.
Seer's gonna ask why. Just curious. I know what he's doing.
It's a 13, so.
And you asked why?
Why he's been in the water? Why he left land?
Things changed after the tear in the tundra tore over half of it down off the edge of the world. There's a lot of chaos and a lot of people were lost. But I'm sorry, I don't believe I can join you. It's too much too soon. Perhaps if you return with this contract, perhaps later on we could plan something. But for now, I will stay in my abode.
We'll pencil it in for when you feel comfortable. I mean, that gives us, like, a lot of time for me to come and hang out. We can work on your image, like maybe a little makeover to get you ready for the public. It's gonna be so fun.
Thank you, Mizu. So will you now sign?
Absolutely.
As she'll reach into her pocket and get out her infamous stamp that has her signature on it, and she'll just kind of smack it down.
Alyssa is at Thadrin's elbow looking up and she says, if you're not comfortable coming to the library, I can bring an awful lot of books to you in my bag.
You would visit me.
Sure.
I would love that, Princess Arista.
Good.
Also, Thadrin, one more thing. Kind of from the disruption earlier, we don't really have, like, a way home, so do you think that, we might be able to take a ride on the Jellyfish Kraken back to the kingdom, and then I can send some like, guys to help you out, to keep guard with the Kraken on the way back with it, just in the meantime?
Persuasion check. I'm gonna drown you with persuasion tonight.
I got a +8, so hit me.
What I was born for.
It's a 13.
Well,
Dyson.
I did hear that your ship is destroyed, and if you don't return home with this, I believe there will be no deal. Only this one time will the Jellyfish Kraken take you. But I warn you, it's much faster than your ship.
We'll just hang on, like, super tight.
Thank you, Thadrin. As she'll bend down and give him another little curtsy.
He'll just bow slowly. He's going to reach his hand, and some light's going to protrude from his palm. And you see the two scrolls, one that Arista has held out and one that he's held out, that kind of like looks like the pages are trying to reach to each other, and as they do, the seam mends together.
Oh, neat.
Now, the magical properties will not be binding for a while. It needs to be reattuned. But I believe your enchanters, as per line 3 in Azir Kingdom, could help me out. So I will say adieu to you, and I look forward to our meeting once again, Princess Arista, about your books. And I will pull together a collection of my own knowledge for when you return.
I genuinely cannot wait.
I also have a question.
Yes.
We didn't know about this whole thing that was happening. We kind of came here on a separate tangent that I just wanted to be curious about. You said that people were taking things from the caves, correct? Did you, at any point, personally seek retaliation on the thieves?
Did you kill him?
I did not. As per the initial agreement between I and the Azir Kingdom, I have not laid a jellyfish tendril on anyone who's come into the cave. I have merely recorded the destruction until it was too much, and I believed our original deal was broken. So no, I personally have not hurt anyone.
Curious to know how much is too much, because we've seen about, I think, 3 or 4 cases of people who have been removed from their status of alive, and also had some unsanctioned pearls on them, which is why we came here originally. So we didn't know about your whole thing. So just curious to know if you know anything about that correlation. Any ideas?
I don't know anything about that.
Ooh, I was worried you're going to say that. It may be the case that someone's trying to frame you. So if we come back on not so friendly terms, it's just, someone may be putting your name next to murder. And that is not, good for you.
Can I roll insight on him when he's like, I don't know anything about it?
Yeah, but you've never seen him before, so it's going to be a high DC.
We'll give it a try.
Can I help?
Not really, because you've never met him either.
We're rolling insight. All the druids.
23. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Didn't need help.
Druids, yeah.
Wisdom.
He had the same reaction in his answer when he said he's not evil, that this is called a lair, that he's having now. So if he's lying now, he was lying about the evil and lair part. So you don't know him well enough to know, oh, this guy's lying, because you've never seen this. But you can track some of his responses are lining up. So if he's lying, he's consistently lying. And if he's telling the truth, he's consistently telling the truth.
Very clever, Scotty.
It does give villain vibes, so.
Yeah.
Isolation, man.
Either he's an honest villain, or...
He is going to tell you, I understand that the Azir Kingdom has to protect itself. I honestly don't know anything about what's happened to these people, but if you plan to come back on what you call unfriendly terms, I will do my best to give my honest opinion on things, but I will warn you, if you come back on unfriendly terms, even though I understand what this is about, my jellyfish kraken has sworn to protect me, and anything that poses a danger to my life, they will retaliate. And I do not control them, I merely befriend them.
It just kind of sounds like a threat. I don't like it. Awesome. Do you have any idea why people would take the extraneous scourge to come here and get these pearls versus just using the ones that we have in the city? Is there any applicable difference that you might note?
I'm not completely certain of what techniques are used in the Azir Kingdom with your Papa Sea Salt, is it, I believe? I'm not exactly sure what he does to the pearls, so I don't believe I could be any help other than maybe perhaps people want to get unrefined or raw pearls, but I don't know what the difference would be between those and, cured, dissected, smashed, whatever you guys do.
So it's not unhealthy to consume raw pearls? Like, one of those things that's like fine when cooked, but not when uncooked?
I don't believe so, other than perhaps blocking your esophagus if they're really big. I'm sorry I'm no help. I have taken a hands-off approach to these intruders because I do not want bloodshed on my hands. I want the ocean to be in peace and harmony.
Next time, just capture a couple and be like, we're gonna have to talk to Azir with you. But I do appreciate your help. But it was just a couple questions. Anyone else?
If that is all, I do need to get my rest.
I'm sure you're busy.
He's just going to bend his head down again like earlier and talk I have informed the Jellyfish Kraken, and they have responded they would be glad to take you home.
You,
Let's go, girls.
I say it, do. Okay, so what's going to happen as you make your way out of this cave? The Jellyfish Kraken is waiting for you. It's going to tendril one at a time, have you all picked up. And this thing is going to swim, and I promise you, it is faster than if you were in the current. This thing is mega speed. So much so that it has to kind of tuck you behind its other tendrils just so the force of the water doesn't knock you out. So you guys are going to take some time, and as you're going, yep, Mizu?
He's just taking us, right? Not the shark folk as well?
No, he insinuated from your deal the shark folk were going to stay and protect the cave, and then when the jellyfish comes back, shark folk, which, by the way, as you're swimming away, they are cursing your name, Mizu. You know, they know.
I love it.
Yeah, they're fucking cursing your name to death. As you guys are swimming...
Bye, Jackal.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys.
I guess he grabbed... No, he left Jackal. He totally forgot about Jackal.
Solve that crime.
As you guys swim, it takes you literally half the time it took you in the current, so maybe just a few hours, super speed. You arrive back at the Azir Kingdom. It is in the middle of the night, basically, at this point, maybe a little into like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., witching hour kind of zone. But there is that soft glow of the pink jellyfish, and as you guys get to the front of the kingdom, the Jellyfish Kraken will release you at the docks, and the moment he puts you down at the docks, you see over the entire kingdom, all the jellyfish start to rise. Like the Lantern Festival in Tangled. They're all just going to float up into the sky.
That felt kind of threatening. See, I don't like Lantern.
And because this is an experience-based campaign, everyone's going to gain 1,700 experience points.
Oh.
I believe at level 10 you have 65,000? We can Google that.
Oh.
64,000 looks
64.
like.
Okay.
And you said how many are we earning?
1,700. So now you're at 65,700.
1,700.
And
Good math.
yeah, and so it's free for you guys to take. You are at the docks.
I think, well, I guess we'll just pose it to the group. So we kind of went there to deal with that whole murder spree thing, and that kind of seemed like it was its own separate problem, and we didn't handle that. Anyone feeling weird about that? Have any ideas about that, since it's kind of a dead end?
At this point, all I care about is the fact that I'm in this fucking kingdom again. Thank God.
And you did great. You got us back here nice and safe. Even without a ship.
Bet you
Thanks.
guys doubted me,
Museum.
huh?
No, not really. You haven't died yet, which is kind of surprising. So I just expect you to kind of like keep crawling around.
Well, I have a fucking, like, ghost thing that lives in Ganon that's protecting me. So I'm not gonna die anytime soon.
That's
Hey.
spooky.
They say
It goes
with no
over.
context that nobody understands.
Looks around. It's like, that's fucking weird to say. Okay, awesome. She's fucking weird. We should probably go tell Daddy about this update, or Mizu, if you want to go do that. I don't want to step on your toes. I know they're so delicate.
I can tell Daddy. And after that, I'm going to my room. I need to rest after all of this today. That was too much in one day. I'm never doing that again.
Until tomorrow, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when I go talk to Daddy.
We will see you tomorrow. That is true. All right. You have fun. Stay safe.
I will say, either, and I'll let you guys argue this out. It seemed like either Mizu or Arista were going to leave with that contract. Mizu because she's the diplomat, but Arista because she was literally holding half of it the entire time. So I'll let you guys talk.
Yeah, I think it's physically in Arista's hand right now. So I guess
Yeah.
I'll look over to Arista and kind of give her a look that says, like, are you coming with me or not?
Yeah, she's following. I was about to say, I don't think there's any way Mizu is holding it because she would have had to take it and do it for herself instead of just let Arista hold it for her. So yeah, I'll trail along behind, follow you to talk to our dad.
Okay, you guys make your way through the kingdom, which is not as bright anymore. All the jellyfish are kind of gone, floating away. So it's really just the small little lanterns that are really just like glowing bioluminescent fish caught in a cage on a pole, and the glow of the Moonlight Kingdom, which is this light blue. But as you make your way back to the palace is very quiet. Everyone's really asleep. So what would you like to do? We're gonna wake up.
Yeah, would Thrine be awake still somewhere in like a study or a lounge or something?
As you go to his study, it seems there is a small light on, and there's a couple of books open. Maybe he was doing something, but he is not in there. And as you go to the bedroom, Arizaline is asleep, and he's not in there either.
Mizu will see that Arizaline is asleep, and at the top of her lungs, she's just gonna go, "Daddy! Where are you?" As she starts like aimlessly walking around, like kind of looking over at Arizaline.
Arizaline will lift her head. Okay, Arizaline will lift her head open and has like 2 starfish over her eyes. She's just gonna pull them off. Good to have you back at the kingdom, Mizu. Do you mind shutting my door, please?
No. Where's Daddy?
I believe he is in his study, dear.
Well, I just looked and he's not there. So where is he?
Hold on. Let me check my Find Your Father meter. Ah, it's broken. Please shut the door, Mizu. She's gonna lay back down, put the starfish over her eyes.
She's gonna slam the door like incredibly hard, like almost on like the verge of breaking it.
Roll a athletics check. Let's see if you do break it.
Duh.
Come on, strong girl. This is the time to roll on that 20.
Yeah, it's a 3rd.
Okay, it
It's only
slams, but
13.
it does not break. It is a loud slam. It is an aggressive slam, but it does not break. You two are now in the palace, kind of wandering to find the father. You 3, are you now arriving up to the palace? What are you 3 doing?
I plan to talk to Vinfira. I guess I can still go to the palace. I don't think I need to talk to her anywhere.
You don't have to. You
Down
can just go wherever
specifically.
you want.
So yeah, I guess it would just be slowly walking back to the palace. But I kind of look over at Vinthira. So how are we feeling about 2 people, like our pseudo identities being used to cover up for this murder? Are we still trying to look into that? I know we leave tomorrow and all. I'm kind of torn personally because I'm invested, but like kind of over it.
I definitely feel as though we should get to the bottom of it, but I'm not sure that we'll have the time to mystery.
If nobody wins the bet, then nobody loses the bet.
That applies somewhere, I'm sure. To this moment, in particular, it's kind of lost on me. But I thank you for your words, Celia. They are appreciated.
Words of wisdom.
I knew what you meant.
Well, do you have any ideas of where we should go to get any clues? The bathroom was kind of like I was hoping that was going to be the thing, and then it was a whole nother thing.
We've still got bodies to look at.
Oh, we haven't checked the bodies yet. Good job, Celia. Can we go check those bodies?
We should. Still, you're making me look bad at my job, but I appreciate it.
I like doing that.
I know.
You do remember King Thrine and Stuart Jackal told you that they were to the left of the palace. So if you're looking at the palace, they're on the right. But they have them in a small building.
Let's go there.
Okay, as they're going, Arista and Mizu both give me separate perception checks. (17) and a 17. Okay, you both hear your brother Henry crying and hear someone saying shh 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 shh.
Mizu will kind of is it crying behind a door?
It sounds like it's coming from his bedroom.
Okay, she'll kind of go over to the bedroom and just open the door without even knocking to see what's going on inside.
In the bed, his big bed, Henry is laying down there. He's got a cloth above his head, which seems silly because he's in the water. I got to keep remembering that. And at the side of the bed is King Thrine, who is comforting him. Looks like Henry was just screaming, and King Thrine is just singing a soft lullaby to get him back to sleep. And he sees you come in because you're very loud with doors in every single episode, and he is going to just point at Henry, and he's going to slowly get up and walk to the door, try to shove you guys out the door just a little bit closer behind him. How'd it go?
It went really good, Daddy. We have some things to talk to you about.
Oh, that's perfect. You want to go down to the study? Your poor brother's having nightmares again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's go. Good to see you two, Arista. Did you have fun? Good job. All right.
Boy,
Huh?
I got to be a toy for a big jellyfish.
You gotta be a toy.
Yeah,
And you like that?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go downstairs before I start telling you stories about my favorite toy interactions. All right. You're gonna go down to the study. As you go down, it's not like that. I mean, it is, but I'm trying to hide it now. As you go down to the study, it can be much louder. Sit at this table. All right. Tell me what happened. What's the good thing? Did Thadric kill all those people?
Daddy, you would have been so proud of me. Like, I did so good, and I barely even cried. I only cried, like, a little bit.
Why'd you cry, darling?
Because, Daddy, it's the first time I ever left the kingdom. Like, how'd you expect me to act? I didn't want to go in the first place, and you guys just, like, made me. But I did really good. Are you proud of me?
Well, let me take a look over this contract really fast. Mizu,
Yeah.
did you just sign a binding contract that if people enter the caves from the kingdom unwanted, they are to be executed, banished, or turned ugly?
Mm-hmm.
Darling, that's a little extreme. I mean, what if somebody gets lost and they wander into the cave by accident? We gotta have some kind of, like, midway point here. We can't just immediately go to execution every time.
Exactly, Daddy. That's why it says execution, banishment, or being ugly. Like, I can just make every one of them ugly, and I still agreed.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. Part of this says we're gonna really help them. We gotta go back in a month for enchanting his defenses? What is this?
He wanted a double layer of security, and I thought that was a little redundant. And so I explained to him why he probably shouldn't need it, but it depends on how well what we did does.
Yeah, strangely enough, that does make sense. Alright. Alright. Oh, this is great! So, the ports are gonna be open, the jellyfish are gonna fly away, we're all good?
Already gone.
Yeah, and the best part is he has this, like, crazy jellyfish kraken. I don't know if you've seen it before, Daddy, but, like, it's totally on our side now.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's part of this common enemy section line number 6, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, girls, I gotta tell you, I am impressed. This is thorough. You did a really good job.
And Daddy, look at the last thing. Like, in a little bit, when everything's good, he's actually gonna come to the kingdom and, like, show all of the people of the kingdom that, like, he's not a bad guy, and they don't need to, like, be afraid of him.
Oh, darling, that's not on this contract.
I mean, but we talked about it. Like, we talked about it. I told him we would, like, pencil it in, you know? Like, we're gonna pencil... I gotta give him a makeover first. Like, he really doesn't want to go out in public. He says he hasn't, like, left the cave in forever. I mean, he's, like, a genasi, but he's looking kind of rough, Daddy. Like, since he, like, lost his wife and his kid or something, he was talking about that. Like, I don't know. He was really interesting, Daddy. You should meet him.
Right. There's a lot to mull over. It is getting pretty late. I'm sure I can go over the details in the morning. Oh, and where's Jackal? What does he have to say about all this?
Who?
The steward?
Who?
Darling, Stuart Jackal Grimm.
It's not ringing a bell, Daddy. I'm sorry.
I believe he is still at the caves.
You left him at the caves?!
You can pick him up in a month. Okay.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Fine.
Why didn't he return back on the ship with you guys?
We didn't return on the ship, Daddy. We rode the jellyfish kraken back.
You left one of our mining ships?
Yeah, because it broke. Because the stupid fucking shark folk broke it.
It broke!
I told you shouldn't have hired them, Daddy.
Alright, both of you go to bed. In the morning, after breakfast, all of you are leaving for your diplomatic missions. You did a good job, except for literally every part after this contract, okay? Oh, my temper. Alright, good night, get out. Where are your other sisters?
I don't know, Daddy. I was so excited to tell you that I knew you were gonna be proud of me.
Mizu, if I find out you left your other sisters at the cave, I am going to have to severely punish you.
No, Father. No, Father. Definitely not. We all traveled as a pack. And actually, Mizu was surprisingly protective of us.
Alright. I'm sorry, my little crustacean. Alright, okay, well, I guess we'll see the rest of them in the morning. You hear Henry start to cry again. I gotta go, but, get some rest, alright? Great job, I'm proud of you. Arista, proud of you. First time leaving. Mizu, super proud of you, first time leaving. Love you, girls.
Love you, Daddy.
He's gonna go down the hallway.
Pillar
Fucking
opposite first
Henry.
timers.
Always taking all of Daddy's attention. He's so coddled.
Oh, the nightmare.
Does she know anything about that?
Okay, the other three make their way to the side of the palace. There's a small building. It is locked because it is nighttime. There is a guard standing outside. Halt. Oh, sorry, princesses. I didn't recognize you.
Joe.
Yeah, you can open the door now because I was gonna almost really awkward, but you saved it. You saved it. We need to get in there.
Of course. He's going to turn, open the door, swing it open. Inside, there's a big mound with just a pile of bodies, basically.
You just put them all in a... How are you supposed to figure out what happened to them if you just...
I have been instructed to tell anyone who wishes to go inside here just to be very careful. We're not exactly certain of what's contagious or not, or if it is contagious, so I'm just warning you now before you go in there. No one really knows what it is.
Throwing them all into a pile is really going to help with keeping it all contained.
I don't know. I'm just in charge of making sure people don't go in and out, Princess Celia.
We
Would you
got
like
a
to-
main player advantage.
Oh, yeah, we still haven't used that other one. Is that a new one? Okay.
No, it's still Michael Williams, the same one.
Okay. Okay. So the next roll. All right. You see before you. I think there are 4 bodies. Actually, there's a 5th body now,
Ooh.
and because of the nature that they are bloated before they start leaking vinegar and sugar, is what you've been told. This body's really morphed up and messed up, so I'll let whoever wants to, with the help of the friends, one person roll a perception with advantage as the others help. So who wants to do this roll? Who's got the best perception here?
Mine's pretty good. Plus,
Mine's +7.
-2.
Yeah.
okay, I'll give it a shot.
I'll give you guidance and he can give you and Celia can give you the help action, so we can give you advantage and a D4.
There you go.
Yeah.
'Cause this body's pretty messed up.
Okay.
Plus a D4. Wow.
At 29.
Okay, so it is. You would never recognize this, but after some close examination, this is worship leader Alkman.
Oh my god.
Oh!
I totally did that. My bad. I don't know how, but it's my fault.
Celia, not Celia. Celia, seeing this and noting who he is gonna back out to the guard at the door. When did this happen? When did Oxen's body, the 5th body, come in here?
Maybe somewhere around 10 o'clock. They brought this body.
What time did we leave again?
You You guys left like right after dinner, so maybe like 8, 9, somewhere right there.
Okay.
Oh, 10 p.m. It happened tonight. Okay. I was like 10 a.m. What? Okay.
That was quite soon after we left. I can't help feel that's not a coincidence.
Well, we know it wasn't us, and it wasn't Jackal, so, and it wasn't Thadrin because we were with him.
It's almost as if they're trying to avoid us.
Precisely.
We are the good guys, so they're bad guys. Where is this body? I'm assuming I'm still with this guard. Where is Akman's body found?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not certain, Princess Seer. They just brought it. I just guard this building.
You're just the door guy. Who will be the guy who knows this? Oh, thank you.
I'm uncertain. I mean, you could probably ask the steward, perhaps, your parents. I'm sorry, I'm quite uncertain. I can ask one of the head guards.
That would be wonderful if you could do that.
I can't leave my post right now until I've got 5 more hours.
I really think you should go right now.
We'll stay here for you.
That's an official command.
Princess Vinfira commands you to please go find a head guard and figure out what the deal is.
Right away, your princesses. Is going to take off, swim away.
I hate when they make you like say all the words. They know they can. It's insinuated. It's fine.
It's a little frustrating.
Seer is going to go over to the body and she's going to cast the ritual gentle repose, just so, because she wants it to like kind of stay, and it kind of prevents it from decaying for 10 days, and so it kind of like will stay this way so people can like look at it.
Just kind of flash freezes it in its current state.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So I just do that.
And at this point, I'll let both groups just cut in whenever you want to. So if Mizu and Arista want to do something, whatever.
I know that Mizu is going to go back to her room and kind of decompress and process everything that happened that day, because her being in front of the King Thrine and being in front of Thadrin was honestly her putting on fronts, so she needs to like get out of there and decompress and process.
Okay.
And Arista will have been headed to the library and probably would have passed by one of the other princesses' rooms, seen that they were not home, and started to wonder. I think depending on how long they're gone, she might go looking.
Give me a perception check. We'll see if we can expedite.
Muted.
Son of a bitch. Give me a perception check. Let's see how fast we can speed up you getting with them.
Oh, okay. All right. Perception, you said?
Yes.
22.
Yeah, you go out, and immediately as you're going out, that guard is running in. Oh, pardon me, Princess Arista. Sorry, I have special instructions from the princesses over at that building around the corner that you can go to, and I'm going to go find a head guard. Excuse me.
Thank you. Run away to the building.
Perfect. Mizu's going to bed to contemplate her life. Arista is joining the other 3 on this investigation. With that, we're going to take a 10-minute bathroom break. So don't you go anywhere at home, and we
Except
will
the bathroom.
Yeah, except for the bathroom. You can. That is the only place. And your kitchen. And,
Go piss.
And if you have a home bar, fuck it, just go to the bathroom. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody, from the bathroom break. I hope you had a good rest, per the tradition in Silvernell. Welcome back. Celia, Arista, Seer, Vinfira, you are at this hut right now by yourself, checking out these bodies. Arista just walked up. Continue.
Hey guys.
Hey.
There's a 5th body. And it's Akman. We just saw him.
He was killed only a couple of hours after we departed.
Also not really sure if he was like killed or not, but he died. Killed just sounds like someone did it. Could have been a thing. We don't know yet. Thadrin says he didn't do it, so perhaps not him, but Do you
Have
think
you
we
looked
should...
at the bodies yet?
Oh, only his, and we noticed it was him.
Hmm.
Which was hard to do because, look, I mean, could you tell that was him? I
It
could.
did take some time.
And Achman looks very distinguishable, if you know what I mean.
Lips.
Maybe I agree you should further check the bodies, and then maybe we go to the Temple of Waves. That's where Achman would probably have been hanging out. So if there's anything he got into,
That's true. We could also check his waste areas for any signs of what he might have ingested.
Mm.
if you want to touch on that, by all means.
All right, Arista investigation with advantage because they are helping.
Oh,
I'm always going to throw out guidance. Guidance. Well,
advantage, investigation,
and a free D4 if you need it.
and
Oh.
a
Damn,
D4. Oh man,
you got
Only
a
a 30.
30.
only a 30.
30 is pretty good. Okay, so he's got a bunch of necklaces of different gods on his neck, you know, being the worship leader for the temple of all religions, so to speak. His pants are ripped. It looks like they had to hold his clothes on to move him because he's very swollen. Are you particularly looking for what he was eating? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I wanted to check around for any indication of like a lunch or a snack that he might have been
Well,
having.
part of his stomach is ripped open because some of his fluids did come out, and with a 30, it looks like he has some not yet digested salmon. But that's about it. And it's really stinky and old, so maybe he had it for breakfast or an early lunch. Yeah. But with a 30, you do... Seer, do you have any sort of identifiable memorabilia? Like do you have a personal crest, or do you have anything personal to just you in your room?
In my room, I think the only thing that that looks like things of hers is it's always like dead crustaceans. It's always like crabs and things like that. But
Okay,
pieces of
you're
shells,
gonna
it's like
find
weird.
a little broken off leg of a dead crab that is just caught in his trousers.
I don't like that.
Terrible vibes.
Then Fear finds a clue, so there's that. But also, someone mentioned this crab leg, so I can ask a question about it.
Venfira, you will know as your clue, you pay attention to your sisters a lot, being the kind of the lawyer type, and you know that Seer holds this stuff, these dead animal kind of fixations up, basically to herself that much. There's really nobody else that would, unless somebody snuck in her room and took something, there's no reason that anyone would have this. I mean, no one really goes in Seer's room. Maybe a servant.
Seer,
Theo? Huh? What?
it may be worthwhile to check on all of your belongings.
Why?
I'm just gonna point out the broken off crab leg. That's something that only you would possess.
Is that the leg of Larry? Oh, who has been in my room?
Larry!
I promise that guard that I'd stay here. Celia, I'm gonna need you to keep up that part of the bargain. I'm gonna have to. I need to excuse myself. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And Sierra's gonna.
All right, Seer takes off, leaving you three alone.
Now that it's just us three, do you think that it was Seer?
Hasn't been here long enough to have committed them all, I don't think. Do I have the timeline correct?
I don't know. All the clues are pointing towards Seer. The dead crab.
That's our only clue, and I believe that is a bit hasty of an assumption.
I love justice.
Okay,
I know.
who's got the highest intelligence out of you three? intelligence score.
Me.
Yeah, I guess.
I have a 14.
All right.
Where's this stats?
Intelligence, I have a 14 as well.
Okay, so you're tied. So both of you roll an insight check.
23.
Okay. Arista.
Oh, I still have advantage on, sorry. But it was the first roll, 24.
Okay, so you both remember that your father specifically said Seer was sent off on her mission 6 months ago, and you remember at least Rachel died 3 months ago.
It would be impossible for it to be Seer. She wasn't here at the time of these murders.
I was right!
Maybe Seer used some sort of magic to duplicate themselves.
I don't know that she possesses that kind of magic.
Yes, I don't believe that's her flavor.
How did they do it then?
As this group sits pondering if their sister is the murderer, even though facts don't really think so, we're gonna go to Mizu's room. Mizu, what are you doing?
Mizu's kind of just laying in bed, I imagine, like completely still and stiff with the covers like pulled over her face, but just with her eyes open. You know, like contemplating.
You can barely see through the fabric. You know, you can see the ceiling that's kind of washed away with fabric in front of your face. You hear in your mind, Ganon's floating around the room.
I thought you did a very good job, Princess. It's good to see you out and about and succeeding. I'm gonna need that.
Thanks, Ganon. I mean, if it wasn't for your confidence boost earlier, I don't think I ever would have gotten up and, like, even tried to talk to Thadrin.
Okay, look, you gotta stop calling me that. I don't like that name.
Well, you're, like, in Ganon right now. What the hell am I supposed to call you if you don't want to be called Ganon?
I'm not in your fucking turtle, Princess. I'm in your mind.
Then why do I, like, hear you coming from Ganon? Like, I feel like it's coming from there.
I cannot explain that part, but my name is Voskar.
You said NASCAR?
Voskar.
Oh, Voskar. Okay, like badass. Kind of like Mizu. It's badass. There's a little ring to it. I like it.
Yes, I'm glad we're a team now. You're going to lead me to all the things I want. In exchange, I will give you great power. I mean, have you even tried to use the power I've given you?
I mean, I tried a little bit. Like, I made somebody that was, like, kind of ugly, like, even uglier. And then, like, I tried to, like, banish somebody. Like, I was, like, thinking in my mind, like, oh, get the fuck out of here. But, like, it didn't work. But, I mean, like, transforming somebody was kind of cool. I did that.
Yes, and as you help me, you'll grow stronger. You'll be able to change people into whatever you want. And your thirst for blood and punishment is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm so proud of you.
Ooh. Well, thanks. I like hearing that people are proud of me. But, I mean, why me? Like, what do you want from me? I just don't get it.
You know, you and I are one and the same. We seem innocent, sweet, quite beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, all we want are answers and death.
Yeah, I mean, you really are cute on the outside, Ganon. I mean, Vaskar. Sorry, like it's like a learning.
Voskar.
Voskar. Sorry, not Vaskar. Voskar. My bad. Won't happen again. Sorry.
You know, when this is all over, you should visit me sometime down in the Underdark.
Well, I feel like we're like visiting right now. We're hanging out. We're like talking. We're like getting to know each other. We're becoming friends.
We are not friends, Mizu. I am your patron and you are my entity. You will do what I want you to do, or you will be weak. Your sisters will outshine you, and your worst nightmare will come true. See, a goth will sign autographs while you sit in the corner.
I mean, like Sissy could do it. Like, I would totally hype her up if that was, like, her thing. But, like, no, I'm there, too, like, signing autographs. My line's definitely longer, but, like, she's there, too, you know? Like, we could both do it, but nobody outshines me. Don't even say that.
Oh, they will, Mizu. If you don't hurry up with this diplomatic mission and get on land so we can look for what I want, you will have no one to love you. In fact, if you don't do what I say, the servants can easily call for your execution. Enna will make you her bitch.
If only she was alive. But, like, I get where you're coming from. I get it. But, I mean, we can try it, but are you at
darling. Enna is still alive. You didn't believe that cantankerous father of yours. He wouldn't murder servants just because his little brat wants him to. He had them shipped away, and he lied to you.
I don't believe you. Daddy would never lie to me.
Okay, pouty lip. Go ask him for yourself.
I don't feel like it. I don't listen to you. I don't take demands from you. I'm Princess Mizu. You're just a fucking turtle.
Okay, believe what you want to believe. But your father is a liar. I mean, after all, he's not telling you nearly the reason why you're getting off this island.
I feel like at this point she sticks her fingers in her ear to block it out because she still doesn't realize it's in her head.
I'm not an external sound, Mizu!
Oh my fucking god! Can I not sleep around here? Jesus, you're so annoying. How long am I stuck with you anyways?
Until you find my death book.
Your death book?
That's just a little tease of the things we're gonna find together. Now get some rest, cause when we get on fucking land, we're gonna rule this world, bitch. Snap.
Well, I like the way you're talking, Baskar. Snap.
About that time, Arista enters the palace, or not Arista, Seer enters the palace.
Everyone act natural.
I'm not with you. Yeah, Seer enters, like, she's just on a mission. She's, like, not speaking to anyone. She's just, like, storming down the hall. It's, like, I feel like very, like, calm, but, like, a moving storm. Like, you can just tell.
Up the elevator to your bedroom, you go in. Investigation check. Looks normal. Room looks normal.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Guide yourself. D4. And then, I love it here. Okay. That's probably really bad. Let's see. You rolled an 8.
Hey, calm down. Yeah, my investigation's +0, so 8.
Everything looks like it's in the right place.
Just kind of looking around, and I feel like she's like knows she's not good at this, so she's standing there and she starts to think about Arista and Vinfear, and she's like, what would I do if I were them? And she kind of like starts to like crack her knuckles, and she's gonna cast enhanced ability and give herself the one that gives her intelligence that I forgot. Hold on.
Is that the owl? Owl form, maybe?
Yes. No, that's wisdom.
Oh, that's wisdom.
Oh gosh. Hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. Enhanced ability. Intelligence is fox.
Ooh, cunning.
So yeah, so I use a second level spell, and she kind of just like focuses, and she kind of like channels her sisters, and she's gonna roll again with advantage and hope that it goes better than a 7.
All right, let's see it. What will it be? And next time I'm gonna put the dice roll on this main screen.
13. I forgot that I can't roll.
Plus 5, 8.
Well, no, it's because I rolled it with advantage, but I forgot that it does it weird on there if I do it that way. So I rolled a 13 and a 5. So a 13 plus 0. So a 13. Better than a 7.
Okay, so you definitely check out the area where you keep some of your dead animals, including that crab. It is missing a leg. And with a 13, you don't necessarily find anything other than that, but you do remember that what you just looked for these are in a locked box. And only you have access to this locked box. You don't give it to the other servants. Except
Leo.
for Filio.
Lot! You can see out here dying, trying to fix his leg. I'm going to Filio's quarters. He's got me working.
As you go down below the main floor to the servants' quarters, Filio sleeps in a room in bunk beds with a bunch of the servants. You go in. Most of the servants are asleep. Filio is not in his bed.
I think I'm channeling full, I'm acting like my sister. I hit that door and I'm like, bam. And I'm like...
All the servants wake up.
Upon seeing his bed is empty, where is Leo?
Intimidation check.
This is charisma. Listen, things that I'm not good at. Alright, that's a 2 on the dice. Plus 1, 3 total.
Everyone's kind of delirious. No one really knows where he is, honestly.
Do I know any places that he would go to?
If he's not
outside of his room?
here,
In my room?
then he's in your room or doing something for one of your parents.
First one that gets eyes on Leo gets 20 gold shells. Got it?
Yeah, they love that. Race is on.
Go!
Okay, the servants are going to leave the quarters, and it's a full-on scavenger hunt in the middle of the fucking night in the palace.
Yeah, I don't think she's calm. I think she's like I think she is going to go back to her sisters, or back to the morgue to find her sisters, but she's like very worked up. a storm in motion. She's just like...
Alright, the palace doors bust open as a pissed the fuck off Seer Goth walks out. Behind her, it's the scene from Home Alone where the family is fucking running like crazy. All the servants are running around. You go around to your sisters, who were just staring at Celia from that suggestion.
Well, there seems to be things missing from my room. Things that were in a lockbox, so things pretty hard to find. I went to go find, little Leo, to which I could not. So I rounded up some servants to go look for him. So there's that. He's also kind of slow. He's got one leg. He's got trench foot, so it can't be. He's got like a weird hobble going on. But he's currently my suspect number 1. If anyone has a way of finding people, I can't.
All signs point to that.
Well, some of the signs point to that.
More clues?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
What does that mean?
Where did you hear that one?
I know if you're lying or not, because I got this passive perception, passive insight that's pretty high. I'm like, looking at you.
Sisters, hold strong.
Celia remembers something from a drunk talk.
Celia remembers being super drunk in the bar with Harriet one time, and Harriet was like, I really love Seer, and you were like, I do too, but I'm always suspicious that she could murder someone, and Harriet tells you in that drunk conversation that, no, she knows for a fact that Seer would never murder someone, and you respect Harriet enough that you believed it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, he's like, I do not. That's a GM sanctioned conflict that's about to happen. let's just fix that.
If I'm honest, I thought you killed someone.
And that's
again.
how you pave a broken road.
Oh, if I did it, I'd just say it, but that wouldn't be a fun mission, because then I would just do it and be like, it was me. Surprise.
Yeah, I just forget. You scare me sometimes.
Oh, well, and that scaredness, Vinfira finds a clue. We're rolling through.
Ooh,
I also think that Arista found a book a while ago.
Oh,
Arista found a book as well?
oh yeah,
Nice,
Arista found a book.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, so 2 things are going to happen. One, as you're looking through, Alyssa's kind of like still paying attention to the body. You find in his pocket this small little book that really has like 2 pages. It's almost like a little leathery cover around 2 pages stapled together. It's a really tiny little book, but it has the name Olivine on the front. And I can send it to you or give you the gist. We can figure out what it is. But it is going to be essentially, you can tell, it's almost like a diary entry, but this little book is just this diary entry. Almost, there must be like a bunch of these little books, unless Olivine just wrote one. But it's in Ukman's pocket. And I can tell you what that is, what it says. I can send it to you and stuff like that. Around that time, Captain Junrin is going to come around the corner from the Azerian command, and he's walking with that guard, and he is going to whisper to the guard. Venfira hears this because she finds a clue.
Nice.
Yes,
I like them whispering in front of us.
I will talk to them, but just don't mention that we found his body in his bedroom at the Temple of Waves. The king wants to keep them away from the scene. They're very nosy. His words, not mine. I would never say that about the princess. Yes, continue. Princesses, Captain Junrin, how are you this evening? Or morning?
We're well, thank you. Oh.
I was informed you have questions in the middle of the night.
Yes, where's this body found?
This body was found at the Temple of the Waves yesterday evening around 10 p.m. or so.
Okay.
That's a pretty big building.
Yes,
Yes,
it's very
we
large.
need a bit more specifics as to where the body was found and position it was located in.
My apologies, princesses, but I was informed by the king I am to let no one know of this information. I would need the king's permission himself to tell you that.
So you want to go on a
guard,
trip right
guard.
now?
Guard, could you go grab the king real quick, like you grabbed this guy, and just ask him to come down?
So the other guard, he kind of walked the other way to kind of give space for... So
Guard.
he's not here anymore. So it's just Captain Junrin. Captain Junrin respectfully denies they are not going to wake the king up at 2 o'clock in the morning. But be
Well,
more
that
than glad
was
to talk
your
to him.
suggestion, correct? If we wanted the information we need to solve the crime, we have to talk to the king because you can't tell us, even though you know it and the king is sleeping, so it seems you need to wake the king, correct?
Yes, Your Majesty. I understand your frustration, but I personally cannot wake the king. If you would like to wake your father, I'd be more than welcome to talk to him.
Oh, I would love to
I
see
think-
his face when you do it. But
I
wouldn't
think,
care.
Seer, that we will be fine without the information for the moment. She's gonna give Seer very, very knowing, glance. I believe we'll be able to manage without the information for the moment. I'm sure that father will be awake in due time.
Well, at least someone's useful around here, my dear sister. You, Captain, General, whatever your title is, I really don't care. If you happen to see Servant Leo, I'm looking for him. It's connected to this investigation, but I'm not at liberty to say more. You'd have to wake the king for that. Sorry.
If I see Servant Filio, I will alert you immediately, Princess.
Oh, I know you will. Thank you.
Is that all?
That will be everything. You may leave.
Good morning. And they're going to leave. They're going to call out for that guard who will be here momentarily to guard this building again.
His body was found in his bedroom. They're very bad at whispering.
And keeping secrets around here, it's just... I don't understand.
Impossible, apparently.
With guards like this, I can see why.
Indeed.
Father didn't want us to know where the body was found. Then it must be pretty important. Don't you think?
I say we go take a trip right now.
It's true. I don't know why he's getting in our way, but I mean, I love a challenge after all. We do leave tomorrow, so gotta make a dent before we go, as they say.
No time like the present.
Of course.
Is he heading home? We could just follow.
Oh, that guard.
Oh yeah.
What's the question?
I don't. Where do we know where to go? Do we know where he lived, or was it?
It was the.
Oh, Temple of Waves.
Yeah,
His bedroom in
he
the temple.
lives in. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So let's go there.
All right, so the 4 princesses are going. Meanwhile, Mizu's trying to get some sleep.
Basically, yeah. I feel like she still has her fingers in her ears, even though the voice isn't going away.
I cannot emphasize this enough. I'm not an external
La,
sound.
la, la, I can hear you.
Listen, we have to work together, okay? You need me, I need you. You don't have me, you weak bitch. I don't have you, I'm useless. But listen, I'm telling you. You help me find this item. You'll be so powerful. You won't have to ask your daddy to execute people. All you'll have to do is write their name down.
I like the sound of that power. And, I'm already on your side. You already have me convinced, and honestly, it doesn't seem like I have another option anyways. Like, I'm kind of fucking stuck with you. So, I guess we're gonna have to get used to each other one way or the other, and it seems like the faster I solve your problems and you solve mine, the quicker you can get out of Ganon and I can get my baby back.
Yes, the quicker I can get out of Ganon. Good call, princess. Alright, what do you say we get a little shut-eye?
It sounds good. Good night.
Yes, happy nightmares.
All right, you 4 arrive at the Temple of Waves. The doors are locked and chained shut.
Do we hit him?
Alyssa, are you able to find an entrance that's a bit discreet?
Oh.
Yeah, I was looking to see whether I would either know from reading all the old texts about the temple and the building if there was like a back door or a secret entrance, or I could just investigate the building for it, whichever.
You do know there is a back door, but those are the only 2 entrances. And imagining you go to the back door, you will also find that one is locked as well.
Gotcha.
And in particular, chained. So someone from the outside has locked this, probably quarantining this zone, so to speak. It's kind of similar to what you saw at those houses, even though they were boarded up.
Gotcha. I
We
mean,
wanna-
I could pick the locks on the chains.
I would guide you in that attempt. That sounds nice.
All right, with guidance,
Okay.
go for it
All
with
right.
that. I believe sleight of hand with your tool, whatever your thieves' tool skill is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you get.
Oh, that was not good.
Plus guidance.
14 in total.
14 is good. You unlock it. You're at the back door currently, so the back door chains fall off, and you're able to open the door. As soon as you open the door, you hear a rustle that immediately stops.
Can we see anyone inside, or did we not open?
It is very dark. Going from the back door, it's like seems like completely dark. Only the light coming from where you just opened. If you were to go to the front door, there might have been light through the stained glass windows down, but it is very dark in here. And if you like turn the corner of this room, it's like pitch black.
Seir is going to summon her pet familiar. That it's an octopus. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. I forgot. I have dark vision. I forgot that I have dark vision. Just kidding. I can see in the dark.
Okay, as you
Yeah,
walk in, it's
also
just
have
dim
dark
light.
vision.
I was really stressed. I was like, I have to.
Do you all have dark vision?
I know I do. I don't.
We're both Potter Genasi, so we do.
I do as well. But I can also look.
I don't think I do. At least if I might have, unless I forgot to put it in here, and I don't think I did.
Well,
worked around
Seer and
mine, but then I
Vinfira
got it,
definitely
and I
could
was
just
like,
walk in, and as long as you're holding on to them, or just generally
Yeah.
in the vicinity, you can.
Got
Marissa, you can just jump my.
You can see this room's kind of dim light. It's only when you turn the corners it pitch black, so they will be able to see dim light, and you won't be able to see anything as you turn the corner. As you walk in, this is kind of like a kitchen area. It looks like it's like a bigger kitchen. A lot of meals are prepped for this for services and stuff, so it's really big. Multiple tables in it as well. But now everything's dead quiet.
I look over at Vinfira and I kind of whisper, "Are we sneaking, or are we just trying to get out?"
Let's just get up.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, I love it.
Celia, just get them.
Oh, okay. I rush.
You rush where? What are you rushing?
Into the
Towards-
black.
Yeah, into the blackness.
Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
As you rush into the pitch black.
I can do this. I do have dark vision.
Oh, you do? Oh, then never mind. You see.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
the one who does it.
And she's on my shoulder.
Okay, you rolled a 12. So that is a fail for this specific example. As you rush around the corner, you do see a figure that's kind of trying to sneak behind a curtain. And as you run to go tackle it, you end up tripping and falling with it and hitting your head on the table. You're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. But you are on top of a figure who is like trying to desperately get out from underneath you.
Oh, cool. Can I grapple them?
Yeah, your athletics versus theirs.
What?
Well,
You don't want to
got
give it away? What
Oh,
happened
you got
over
a
there?
29? They got an 11. They
Well,
are grappled.
If I had advantage, I would have a 29. It's
Okay,
22.
22. They had an 11, so.
Yay.
You.
Oh, got it.
They are successfully grappled as Seer, Venfira, and Arista walk in the corner. Seer, Venfira, you can see exactly who it is. Arista, you know there's someone, but you two immediately recognize Filio on the ground.
I could hit you right now and you would die.
Okay, don't kill him. We need his
Princesses,
we
please
need the
die.
information.
Please get
who
off
are we
of me.
killing?
I can explain. Please get
Better.
off.
Do so quickly.
Listen, I was here for something, and they locked the doors and chained the doors on me, and I couldn't get out. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be contaminated by this, whatever it is.
Why are you here?
Contaminated.
I was was trying to find something to help my trench foot.
Insight check?
With
Yeah.
advantage because you know your boo.
Can I insight as well?
He's already got advantage, or she's already got advantage because she knows pretty well.
I trust
Were
you,
you trying to
Seer.
find God?
So it's gonna be a 18 on the dice plus 11, so 29.
See, you
That
didn't need
bitch
me to.
is
I was
lying.
almost like I was this close to being like, I want to use my ear for deceit, but you didn't. need it.
I'm good at-
He
I'm
is
good at this one.
lying.
I look at,
Liar!
and I think she at first she does not give that she knows he's lying. What were you looking for that could help you here?
I don't know. I mean, Papa Sea Salt gives a lot of free medicinal products to Papa Sea Salt to use for, homeless people and stuff like that. I thought there could be a surplus of items. Just really anything I could find.
Now, babe, you know me better than that. If you're gonna lie to my face, you should do it better. So why are you here? Let's try this again.
I'm not going to tell you.
I could hit you and you would die.
We have multiple forms of evidence that point to you being a murderer. You could be put to death.
I'm
You will
not a
speak now.
murderer. But I
Clear your
can't,
name.
I can't tell you why I'm here.
Who scares you more than us? And it better be good.
I request to speak to the king.
No.
Is it
You're
that you
speaking
cannot
us.
tell us, or you will not tell us?
Princesses is here. You know me. And you know how loyal I am to you. And you know I would never do anything to hurt you. So for me not to tell you something, you know it must be very important. I'm telling you, I cannot tell you. I'm sorry. But I did not commit these murders.
But you stole from my room.
Yes, I've been stealing from your room for a long time.
And selling it too.
I keep them for myself when you're away because I miss you.
Gross.
It's not
Insight.
gross, Princess Celia. Insight, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm an insight
Sierra
checker.
and I have a bond.
Yeah, and it's gross. I've got a bond with Harriet, and it's not. Ooh, I don't steal from her.
Well, that makes sense,
Well,
seeing how she likes
I
you
don't
and
pay for
everything.
my drinks.
A nat 20,
On nat 20,
so a 31. Yeah.
to see if he's telling the truth about keeping the items?
Yeah.
Yes, he is telling the truth about keeping the items because he misses you.
Even Larry's leg.
I got them from a place only you and I can get things from. I know it's weird, but I miss you when you're not here. I just like to keep a part of you, and how did you find that out?
Because it's on our friend Akman's dead body. You know, Akman, the guy who works at the Temple of Waves, the place you are currently at, with an object on him that you stole from my room.
I was speaking with him about something. Maybe I dropped it, and he started to get really sick and just fell down dead. I promise you, Princess. And someone saw something as the door was open, and everything happened so fast. They came in, and I didn't want to be caught at this scene, so I hid. And by the time everyone was done, they left and locked the doors, and I couldn't get out. And that is the truth. I promise you, I did not murder the worship leader.
Did you see him die?
Yes.
And then they came in right after that.
Yes.
Who told them that he died?
Princess, please. I just need you to trust me.
There's only one person, two people, one title above mine that removes you from able to speak to me. So either you're telling me that the king and queen have told you you can't speak to me, or we're going to have a problem. So which is it? The king and queen got you scared, or somebody else has you scared?
Are you still on him, Celia?
Oh yeah. I'm like slapping his head.
Then you can take me to the prison. Because I'm not going to tell you.
Should I kill him?
I look him in the eye and I say, I don't know. I need him to speak so I can know if he's lying, but if he just doesn't answer, then it doesn't work. I think taking you to the prison doesn't really give me any answers, and I have to leave tomorrow, so it seems like you're on a timeline, and I don't think... Let's not play games. You know me, and you know I don't do prisons. So, either you're really, really crazy, or you're really scared. And honestly, I don't care, because either way it ended in you betraying me, and so whatever you had for me is over, for one. I'm just trying to decide if you're going to be over or not. And I just can't put my finger on it.
So if I don't tell you, you would kill me?
Do you think I would keep someone that close to me who keeps secrets from me, who steals from me, in my own room? Why would I keep you around? And you know too much to just let you go. So what would you have me do if someone very close to you stole, lied, and betrayed you?
I love you, Princess. I would never do anything to hurt you.
Oh, well, now you're a liar because you're doing something that has hurt me, and you refuse to rectify it. So, either, again, stop lying to my face, or do it better.
He's just going to turn his head and look at the floor. I'll let you roll an intimidation check.
Celia? Or
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I'm not gonna intimidate him. I don't bluff. I would love for him to make me a. Let me find what I'm looking for. A Constitution saving throw.
6.
Yeah. She looks at him and she goes, "Now you know, I try to control my emotions, but sometimes I just..." And she casts a 4th level blight on him, which is 8d8 of necrotic damage. 18 on 5 of those dice. And the other 3 make it 19 plus 18 points of damage to him.
Shit.
Good night.
But then after she looks at him and she pulls out all this. She slowly pulls the energy out of him, killing him, and then she looks at her sisters. I am so sorry, y'all. I am not that girl. And then she puts her other hand on him and casts Revivify and brings him back to life.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, I will say this. When he died, his eyes rolled back in his head, and he's been holding his clenched hand, and his hand falls. It's got one of Ukmon's fingers in his hands. And so then you revivify him. Comes back to life.
Oh, on me. Jeez, dude, come on.
And he's looking at all of you, and he's just staring at you in fucking fear, Seer.
No, we can play games. Because I love them. I am the Dark Princess, and you know why. You want to explain that? And she points at Ukmon's finger.
I told you the truth, and you killed me.
I told you the truth. I would kill you. At least I brought you back. This time.
He's wearing this, kind of flowy... It's like the arms are connected. It's almost like a poncho kind of thing. It's got this strap here. He's going to, with his one free hand, grab those straps and pull as strong as he can and choke himself. And just pull.
Can I, try to not...
Yeah, you jump it out of his hand. He's just going to lean his head back and cry.
let him
And
die.
he's just going to yell at you that he's not going to tell you. And if you want to kill him, that tells him everything he needs to know. He will die with this secret. You will get nothing from him. And no matter what, he still loves you, Seer. Even if you're heartless.
Oh, honey, I'm not heartless. I'm just not weak because I love people. That's foolish. I have a kingdom to run, and love can't make me weak. And I don't know what you have for me, but I would not call it love because I would never do what you did, even to Mitzi. And we know how I feel about her. So you're really low down there. But I do want to take you because I don't like to not know things. I would love to go speak to the king. And I'll bring you with me just so we can clear it up because I would love for you both to lie to my face.
Okay, you take him with you. I guess all 4 of you are going back to the palace?
Y'all want to come? I think we might be onto something here, and if not, there's going to be good either way.
Yo, somebody wake me up!
All right, just for timing, because we're getting towards the end of the session, you already make your way back to the palace. Your father, King Thorine, is wrapping things up in his study and was just leaving. You're kind of catching him. Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?
The year is walking in. She has Leo with Thorn whip around his neck and just holding him. She's pulling him in by the collar. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Did you know that Leo is lying to me, stealing from my room, and keeping secrets that he cannot tell me? I'm assuming it's coming from higher than me, and I just want to know before I kill him if you're doing this or not.
Oh, Seer, don't... Just hold on a minute, alright? I've already had to deal with about 1,000 servants running around the place like dolphins with their heads cut off, alright? Can you
Looking
please
for
not
this
wake
one?
up? Alright, well, we found... So, what did he lie about? Did he steal anything?
Oh, a couple things. The leg of Larry, one of my crabs. So we found him with the finger of Akmon, who we know was killed. And we also know you kept a secret about that from us, but we won't get into that, Daddy, because I know we're trying to stay on track. So that's what I know. But I meant you wanted his secrets, not yours. I'm sorry. So it's the finger that he stole from me, and also the finger he stole from Akmon, and the leg he stole from my room, and other things that he keeps because he likes me. Okay.
Alright, well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take Felio, and I'm gonna go put him in a prison cell, and when Stuart Jackal gets back, he can cast Zone of Truth on him.
But Stuart Jackal won't be back when I'm back, and I would love to have this resolved since I'm the one who's been personally affected by this.
I understand, darling, but all of you have to leave in the morning, okay? We can handle this. Alright?
I don't think you can. I've been gone for 6 months and I came back to a spree of murders and my servant betraying me.
Alright.
Sorry if my
Roll
allegiance are a little.
Roll a persuasion check.
I can try.
Probably the last persuasion check of the night. At the 1,000.
Ooh, no.
Oh.
13.
Oh,
It's
okay,
good enough
that's
for part of the truth.
Okay, okay.
All right. Go throw him
14.
in that room over there and lock the door and come back. I don't want him running off or hearing this.
All right, so I imagine you go, put him in the room, lock the door, and come back.
Oh, me. I'm doing that. I thought
Yes.
didn't know he was talking to me. So sorry. Yeah, I think she stands there for a moment begrudgingly, and she's like, so she like force him over there, and she's like, okay, great. Actually, she doesn't do that. She goes, shh, and she casts blindness, deafness on him, and makes him so that he can't hear. So
Oh my
she's like,
god!
she's like, and she just pulls all the water out of his ear. Now he's
Alright.
he's good. You can talk now. Don't want to
Okay.
waste any of your precious time.
Yes. All right. We went to go check out the body, and we found out Filio is the one who's been murdering people. I kept him in the room because I didn't want you to know that your boyfriend was the murderer. All right? I'm sorry. We were trying to handle this secretly. I was going to make something up and tell you later. I know how much he means to you, darling.
He says he didn't kill anybody.
Well,
But
he
he also
also
can't tell me
stole
who did it.
Larry's legs.
True. Are you the one telling him that he cannot speak to me, or is there someone else who is using Leo for information? That's what I'm curious about.
Wait a
Your
minute,
spy
wait a
or
minute,
someone
wait a minute.
else's?
I didn't tell him not to say. I was hoping you wouldn't even find out about this. I didn't tell him not to tell you anything.
He said, with his words, that he cannot tell me, as much as he loves me and wants to protect me, that he has been sworn to secrecy, that he won't do it. And so the only person who can do that is you and Mother.
Well, obviously
Or-
he's a liar, darling. Who knows? It's probably something grandiose, just romantic, la-di-da. You know, Filio. When he's not lifting iron, he's lifting a pen to write you a love letter.
Are we all on this journey together?
You're
Yes,
all
we're
right there
here
listening.
Great. Can I apply my ear of deceit and roll an insight check to see if Thryne is lying about that?
What does
Yes,
that spell
I'll-
do? Or just are you
It's an
just
ability.
saying
I
fancy?
just make a check and I get good shit.
Okay.
I get my passive insight at 21, so if my daddy's lying to me, I will... Ow!
Go ahead.
That got me stressed out here.
Yeah, so I make a wisdom. $18.
And what do you get to know with this special ability?
Whether or not they're lying. When you choose this archetype, you develop a talent for picking out lies. Whenever you make an insight check to determine whether a creature is lying, treat a roll of 7 or lower as an 8.
Your father is lying to your face.
I knew it!
And with that, we're going to end the session there. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you,
Lingering in the
everybody, for
hallways.
watching. I hope your sphincters are nice and tight because we've got a rocky roller coaster coming up next to us. I will see everybody next time for episode 5. Anything we want to say, my friends?
Don't forget to come back on Friday at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern Daylight Time to check out the 1-year streaming anniversary episode of Into the Expanse. We're going to be giving away a really cool poster. We're going to be showing off our new TikTok Shop products. And
New
we
intro.
may even have our brand.
Yeah, we're going to have
So
it. We're going to
excited.
have it.
Great. I can't wait. So come by, check that out on Friday, 2 nights from now. The 11th. Yeah, the 11th at 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah!
Meg, Alyssa, Michael, Erica, Andrew, thank you so much for playing, and thank you for watching. Have a good night. We will see you next time for episode 5. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.